Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Dr. Aryan Singh from AIIMS New Delhi, and this video we are going to talk about the part 2. That is the journey that you are going to live for the next 14-15 days for November NSET 2025. Now, see, first thing that you need to do is that fix your sleep-wake cycle so that when you are going to write the paper, during that time you should not be sleeping or you should not be sleepy. You should be fully aware and awake, right? So for that you have to fix your sleep-wake cycle from today itself. And the next thing that you need to fix, and this is very important यार इस पेपर के लिए, because bowel and bladder habit अगर आप अपनी set नहीं करोगे अभी से, उसको fine tune नहीं करने वाले हो, then the problem is कि आपके पास, you know, आपका पूरा पेपर आईना का, that paper is divided into 4 mini tests, right, of 50 question each, 45 minutes each. So in those 45 minutes you have to deal with 50 questions. So you will be aiming at completing the paper, that is 50 questions in 40 minutes, so that you have 5 minutes to review. And in that time you cannot go to washroom. Previously, when you had like 200 questions in 180 minutes, you would have approximately like 20-30 minutes to review 10-15 questions in the end, or 40 minutes to review 20-30 questions in the end. So in there you can save, because you have saved time on each and every question, so you have a lot of time towards the end and you can go and visit washroom. And this thing is not possible now, so that will waste a lot of time, and you know you cannot reopen a test that has finished. Okay, once you go to next mini test, you will not be able to revisit the previous one. So you have to fix it right now, so that during that those 3 hours, right, you don't feel like going to the washroom. Okay, you have to train yourself that way. And the next thing is that you have to fix the number of hours you are going to give to each subject for revision, and you have to execute that on your stopwatch. This is very important because the aim is to cover breadth over depth. Now let me tell you from my personal experience, what I faced in my first attempt was that I was not able to recall few microbiology image-based questions, and I not kind of recall them, but I was able to recall them, but I was not very confident with the options because I had not seen it towards the end. Somehow I had, you know, rushed through my microbiology notes because I had that time crunch. Okay, I was ignoring microbiology from the start also, and somehow towards the end also I thought this is my weak subject, I should not give it too much time. I have to make sure that my strengths are strengths and weakness, because I did not have much time. So towards the end, because I had already wasted 6 days out of the last 15 days, I had only 9 days to revise everything. So I had kind of skipped microbiology revision, right? And that, you know, costed me in the end because I was not able to recall those 2 questions which were image based, and because of that I felt that my rank was hurt. Okay, so this is where you have to make sure that you are using stopwatch and to cover the breadth rather than depth, because if you cover breadth, you see everything, you go through everything, you will have sense of completion, you will feel confident during the exam, right, that you have seen everything, you have flipped through all the notes, you have gone through all those bookmarks, screenshots, markings, your 20th notebook, your tables, your mnemonics, your pearls, you have gone through all of that, and because you have gone through that, you are confident, everything is there in your RAM, right? Everything is easily and readily accessible in your memory, and that's the reason why you will be able to easily, you know, rule out options and come to the correct one, right? So second point is theory, and this is the most high-yield stuff which I told you right now, that is your bookmark, your screenshots, your 20th album, your choti copy, your notebook, your BTR material. In case you have not started anything, you have not prepared anything, you're going to sit for exam in next 10 days or 15 days, you're going to have your exam. So what you need to do is just go through BTR, put on your earphones and just sit in front of BTR and listen to that 2 to 3 times. Just finish it off without making any notes at 1.5 to 2x speed. Just listen to it and go and give your exam. You have to give your exam, that is non-negotiable, as I said in my part 1 of the video, right? So if you have not prepared anything at all, just listen to BTR. If you have your materials ready, then you don't have to switch to any new material, and you have to just follow the most high-yield stuff that you feel that you had prepared while you were giving first, second and third revision. Okay, so I had completed my 2 revisions. My 3rd revision was affected the most. That is what I told you right now, in which microbiology had suffered. To some extent pharmacology had suffered also, but from that no question were asked. Physiology had suffered. From that portion 1 question was asked, and that was affected, and I was affected, my rank was affected because of that. So in theory, you have to remember no new material, and you have to go through the most high yield stuff that you have already prepared for yourself, and this is personalized and customized to your need. Now the third thing is the questions. What you are going to do is, I would advise, if you haven't given GT in a long time, right, then you should give at least one GT right now. Just give one GT today itself, this Sunday or Monday, or just 10 days before the exam, you give one GT, and then you freeze. You analyze the paper and then freeze your paper attempting strategy. It could be anything, right? And I will make a detailed video on how you should attempt the paper. Okay, if you want that video, please drop a comment in the comment section. And one of the things in INI-CT paper, especially, you are going to have 4 sets of questions, right? In such papers, you have to make sure that you are running till the end. You should be able to view all the questions. You cannot afford to miss out on questions. You cannot afford on not having a proper paper attempting strategy, because that will hurt your rank really bad. And if you get a mid rank, right, a mid zone marks, then your rank can fluctuate widely within few marks, right? So you have to make sure that you have a fixed paper attempting strategy. As of now, it could be running till the end. It could be teaching. It could be reacting to each and every question on its merit, and not having an emotional or ego backlog from your previous questions, right? So this can be discussed in another video. And the other thing I would recommend is doing a 5-year previous year question with bookmarks. Okay, all the subjects, past 5-year questions, just flip through it. You don't have to re-attempt. You just flip through all the questions, and if you have already attempted them, all the bookmarks that you have highlighted should be reviewed again. Okay, so please get yourself a stopwatch and execute revision of all the subjects along with their 5 years of previous year question with all the high yield material with the help of a stopwatch in that time duration. For short subjects, I would say you can give 1 to 2 hours for the entire revision. Ophtha is a pretty heavy subject. It's a long type of short subject, so you should give you can give 4 to 5 hours to it as well. For rest of the subject, for medicine, surgery, OBGY, you can decide for yourself. I gave OBGY approximately, I think, 14 hours, so 7 hours each, and for surgery I had given approximately 16 hours. Medicine I had given approximately 2 days for the final revision, and depending on my needs, I was fixing how much time I would allocate to that subject, and I would then stick to the plan. I would try to cover the entire width of it, and I would take random photos and screenshot of the things that, because of hurry, I am skipping right now, but I would need to see it just before the exam, a day before the exam. So for example, in pediatrics, I knew I will fumble in APGAR score, so I had taken a photo of it and I was revising that just before my exam out of the when I was standing outside the test center, right? So all the best, guys. Keep hustling, and let me know if you need any other video for your November INI-CT preparation or for NEET PG 2026, or even if you need some opinion from me regarding NEET PG counseling. I would be happy to help you. I'm really sorry if you find me fumbling around in the video, because I don't come up prepared with everything. I write it down and then I just shoot the video and release it, right? All the best.